Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. And if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Let's go. Markets are down. Prices are going down. What is happening? Let's get right into it. It is Monday. And of course, Monday is always red. But it seems that it's going a little bit too low, and you guys are starting to get a little bit worried. You know, I'm hearing you out. So let's get on with it. So regulatory and privacy concern trails SEC's threat to Coinbase. I wanted to kick off with this, right? Because we're following this very carefully around how the SEC moves against Coinbase, how Coinbase moves against the SEC, because it is all connected in a way. Because obviously the SEC wants to have a stranglehold on the whole crypto, the entire crypto space, but it ain't gonna happen. Like, I really hate to break it to the SEC. It's just not going to happen. And I think, if anything, they should have waited until there was something finalized between them and XRP before going after more of the crypto world. So, really valuable lesson here, and we will keep a very close eye on how this evolves. But the news of today, Coinbase has just released this on their website. Now, some of you are reading a little bit too much into the fact that this could be a relist, right? Opportunity. Now, Coinbase had been trialing this for a very long time. So if you go on coinbase.com/international, you can actually see this, right? So fast, send money across borders virtually instantly using XRP or USDC. Free, no fees to send or receive XRP or USDC to another Coinbase account. Global, available to Coinbase users in any supported country, including India, Mexico, and the Philippines. This here is a very interesting news. Couldn't have come at a better time. Now, this has been trialed and errored for a while, and until it was perfect, they didn't roll it out. But this has been going on for some time. Of course, the XRP community on Twitter jumps and goes, "Oh my god, we're being relisted. Look at this. Look how amazing this is." It is amazing, but not for the reasons that you think. It's amazing because it showcases to the world what the XRP technology can do. Coinbase could have chosen anybody. I mean, it's Coinbase. They could have chosen anyone to implement this. They chose the XRP ledger. They chose this particular blockchain. A company that is publicly listed on the exchange has chosen this technology to do this in the long term. That's the win. Whether it's relisted tomorrow, whether it's relisted today, whether it's relisted in 6 months' time, doesn't matter, right? That doesn't matter. Right now, today, the win is that this showcases that out of all the technologies in the world that they could have potentially chosen, they chose this technology. And that is the real win of today on this particular website. It is massive, right? It is huge, showcasing on a global audience how good this method is. The instant liquidity power of XRP is unmatched. Period. It's unmatched. And the whole world is seeing it, is going to be implementing it. On-demand liquidity from XRP is unmatched. Whether you like XRP, whether you don't like XRP, sorry haters, it's unmatched. You cannot beat it. And the channel was founded, the Crypto Serpent channel was founded on some particular fundamentals. And one of them is, does the coin that I hold have the possibility to solve real world problems? And the reason why I talk about it is because this coin solves the biggest problem, which is on-demand liquidity. That's why it's on the channel. And I know some of you don't believe that, but that is the reason why I talk about it. That is the reason why I keep you up to date. That is the reason why, out of all the coins that I talk about on this channel, this one is the most consistent one that I talk about. It solves the biggest problem. That's why it's on here. It's not on here for any other reason. It just solves the biggest problem. What do you do as a potential investor? You look for the one that can solve the biggest problem. That's why we're here. And by the way, it's not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor, but I gotta break it down to you guys as to why this is on the channel as often as it is. It solves the biggest problem, period. That's why it's on the channel. Now, XRP, Huomitai, troubles, crypto exchanges down, Solana editor's pick. There's a lot of things that have been going down, right? Hackers are on the move. Hackers are everywhere. Please, for the love of Baby Serpent. There isn't a Baby Serpent yet, by the way. But the point is, two-factor authentication on absolutely everything at a bare minimum. Bare minimum. Two-factor authentication on everything. I don't want to hear you guys lose your money. Please, please. Let's make sure that we're doing the right thing to protect ourselves. Now, address activity of XRP increases near $1.10. A leading XRP wallet recently moved 83 million coins to an unknown address. So things are starting to get spicy, and rightly so, because things are going to get crazy. Don't worry about the bumps on the road and today and where we're going with price. We'll get to that, right? We'll get to that. We'll talk about that and what that means and where we're heading in that perspective today, and what sort of prices can we hit. But the whales are coming, right? The mass adoption is coming. Settlements are coming. ISO 2002 is coming. It's all coming. Patience gives the biggest reward, right? Patience in this game is everything, especially when you are tested, and you are being tested at the moment, and I completely understand that. Everyone's being tested right now. Some of us hide it better than others, right? But everybody's being tested, right? Their patience being tested since some of you have been holding since 2017 when it was still $3, right? But patience will be rewarded because it does really solve the biggest problem out there in the world, like with instant liquidity. Now, of course, a Coinbase coin to use Ripple's XRP for remittance services is traveling all over the world. As soon as this came out, it is an absolute sensation. It is going everywhere. Everyone's talking about it. And it is so good, right? So good to see this, right? Everyone, literally everybody is talking about this. And it is fantastic to see such positive news hit the market. Now, it's time to end the SEC's clarity charade on crypto. And I love this photo, right? Because when I picture who works at the SEC office, I picture them in the morning when they clock in to get their mask out, right? Because this is just the type of show that they've been running on us for the last 10 months. Almost 10 months, right? We're about to have that anniversary. But the SEC charade on crypto has to end, right? There's no way moving forward this will continue. But it's really it's a matter of time, right? We absolutely cannot wait for this. During tonight's episode, we will also talk about, where the price action is, what's happening, how we're going to be moving. And so I will definitely, keep you up to date with that. What are going to be some of the points, some of the major points as well, right? So obviously we're looking for 151, 255, 381, 584. That's obviously very, very critical points, very realistic points that we're going to be covering off, and how fast, can we get to that? And what does it mean, right? So we'll cover that off and, make sure that you're aware, because on a day when it's red, you might be thinking, has the plan changed? Has the plan moved slightly? Are we still on target, Serpent? I got you, right? Different scenarios, how the market could play out, how, it might drag on for a little bit and then push up. I'll explain all of it. Let's jump into Atani. Let's have a look at some of the indicators. Okay, so what's really, really important when we're looking at the indicators and we're looking at where we are at the moment, we're sitting at 105, but we did drop a little bit lower than that in a few hours ago. So we were sitting at 104, maybe even touched 103 for a little bit. So right now, you can see on the hour, we were outside of the Bollinger Band, and now we are back in. But from a MACD point of view, from an RSI point of view, we are sitting into oversold, right? We're almost at the oversold territory. So we're not far from the bottom, provided that this is the bottom, right? So you never know quite sure, right? What's the bottom of the bottom, right? So we had touched 92 cents previously, and I did mention 2 nights ago that when you do touch 92, generally when you come back for a retest, you don't quite get to 92. You get maybe to like 96 or 97, 98, but you don't never quite get to 92. You go just a little bit above it. So could this be that, right? So could we see a dollar flat, 92, 93 cents? Yes, that is a possibility. That is something that could well happen. So we do have to keep an eye on that, because at the moment, the hourly MACD is bearish. On the 4 hour, looks a little bit different. So on the 4 hour, we're almost outside the Bollinger Band, but we're not outside the Bollinger. I think we have. I think we're not too far away from seeing it. But the next 12 hours are going to be very, very critical. When we look at the 12 hour, $1 does make sense, right? So touching the 100 moving average, that does make sense. So $1 flat could be the way, could be the way that we go. But do we go 92 or lower than 92? I really don't see it unless there is something going on that, from a charts perspective, that or a lines perspective that I can't see at the moment. But for me, I think 92. We touched that before. I don't think we're going back to 92. I think we'll probably go 98, 96, and then we'll kick off again and get that momentum rolling. So the question is there, right? The question is answered. Right now, bearish for a little bit, and then we continue and we continue to rise, and that is really, really important. So be on the lookout for that. But the next 12 hours are very, very critical. The major support at the moment that we're holding on for is that yellow line, right? So it's very, very, very strong support. That's why I said $1.04, 98 cents, even 92, where we were before, right? So when we touched 92 cents, like you can see that we were inside this very particular strong support line. That is holding really, really well. So from here, we'll go 120, maybe come back down again, like 110, but really keep on this very strong support line, and then continue to go 139, 161, and then 197, and continue to push. So there is obviously some strong resistance points. The 273 will be a major resistance point as well. But that yellow line, that support line, is holding just fine, right? And we may dip even a little bit lower before it and then go up. Now, should we break from 190, then 83 cents is the next buy zone, and we would go on a path very similar to this. So that would be the journey that we take, and that's how we would end up in the $10 plus range, and then we will readjust our strategy based on how much demand there is, how much FOMO there is. I think the FOMO is going to be absolutely ridiculous at double digits XRP. I think it'll be major, right? It'll be really, 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 really strong FOMO at that point. So we will have to make sure that we capitalize on that as well. So from a structure point of view, the structure is holding really, really well. There is no sudden concern or things that you should, be panicking right now. I know that frustration is there, and I feel for you, of course, but all the signs are there of very strong support lines, support foundations that we are going to be moving up. So that's really, really important. When we look at the XRP versus Bitcoin and the kind of movements that will be coming and the kind of momentum shift that is going to arrive, this is the kind of thing that we're talking about. This is the monster that is in the making, right? So 2013 bull run, 2018 bull run, the 2022 run is going to be incredible, right? So that from all angles, right? When you zoom out, it just all makes so much sense of where we're going, and triple digits. Yeah, there will come a day where you will see triple digit XRP. How exciting to be with you every night here sharing this. If you learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like or subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.